Hi everyone, this is Mehul Mehta and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I really want to help you understand the perfect roadmap for becoming a quant. Over last few months and few years, I have received numerous requests from students, inquiring about a good roadmap to become a quant. See, I would say that there's not like one or two subjects that you can pursue and become a quant. There are variety of courses. So when I was pursuing my master's degree, in quantitative finance there were a lot of courses starting from basics of Python, data science, machine learning, diving deep into derivatives, risk management, stochastic processes, then moving to fixed income. Then there were other subjects on portfolio optimization, credit risk modeling, time series modeling. So what I have done is, whatever resources I have used in my journey, mostly I will be sharing a list of courses that you should pursue in this year of 2025, so that you have a great understanding of quants. Now let me share my screen and let me share certain courses which you should take to become a to become or to elevate your journey in quant finance. So let me share my screen. So okay, wait, just give me one. Okay, perfect. So I hope you can see my screen. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so the roadmap to become a quant. Okay, see, I feel when you are coming into the domain of quantitative finance, Python, data science, and machine learning, it is at most important. It is at most important, and this is one skill set that you will have to learn over years. So what I would say is, so I feel the place where I learned Python, data science, machine learning is from Krish Nayak. Let me share my screen so that I can share this course. Right now, if you see, this course is of $94, right? But eventually all these courses are for $5, $4 to $5, or maximum $10. Why you see $94 is because right now I'm in United States, and here the prices are a little elevated. But when you look out for this course, which is complete data science, machine learning, DL, NLP bootcamp, this is where you will find this course for $5 to $10. So I would say this is a great starting point. Why do I feel this is a great starting point? Because Krish Nayak, who is also considered one of the best person to learn data science in India. So he starts from very basic, starting from what are different concepts in Python. These are like different data types which are used in Python. So he'll actually start with Python programming languages. So he actually starts from the very basic. You don't need any prerequisite. He'll start from very basic, cover all the concepts of Python, and then he goes into certain statistical concepts, then goes into data science, and then he goes into machine learning. So I would say, till machine learning you should go. Then he also covers NLP. So I would say, to be honest with you, you can stop at this anomaly detection machine learning algorithms, and the rest of it, Docker for beginners, Git for beginners, end-to-end machine learning project, you can skip all of this, because eventually the end goal is to learn most of the things. I understand, but I would say just go up to this, anomaly detection machine learning algorithm. That's it. So this course will teach you the basics of Python, data science, machine learning. Okay, so this is a very, this is a big course. I would say this might take almost a month for you all to complete. But eventually, the best part is you will have a great insight of Python, data science, and machine learning. You can, as I said, you can skip deep learning and natural language processing. If you are interested, you can go further. But I would say, at least for a quant finance perspective, these three are good. Of course, deep learnings are used somewhere, but most of the times, not everyone is using deep learning, and that's why I said just complete data science, machine learning. But yeah, if possible, if you want to learn these all, you are, the best thing is to learn. Definitely there's no stoppage of learning. But yeah, I would say, Python, data science, and machine learning, this will eventually, you'll have a great insight about this. This is the first course that I would really want you all to pursue. So this is, if you see, I have right just rupees 499, because that is like most of the time the price of this course. So do not, make sure like you wait for some time before buying this course, because this course is always for 499. Okay, so this was the first course. The second course is Python for finance, investment fundamentals, and data analytics. So let me go back. So if you see this course, which is Python for finance, investment fundamentals, and data analytics, the best part of this course is it is a small course. If you see, it's like 8.5 hours. And this actually, this, see, if you have already covered Python in the first course, you can skip all these sections. Okay, just start from part 2 finance. Okay, just start from part 2 finance. And this course will actually teach you just the basics of finance, which is used for investments. Okay, so I would say this is a great course to start your learning. It starts with very basic. Okay, what do you mean by risk, what do you mean by returns, and then it goes on to understanding what is a simple return, logarithmic return, how do you calculate portfolio securities rate of return, and then how do you measure the investment rate. There are certain statistical concepts like covariance, correlation, and how they are applied in the field of how they are applied in the field of finance. So I mean, I feel like this is a great course, just to understand how different statistical concepts are being used in the world of quantitative finance. Okay, so Markowitz portfolio optimization is nothing but it is an optimization technique in which you can optimize your different weights of your stocks in your portfolio. And there are multiple models that have been taught, which is like CAPM, then multivariate regression analysis, Monte Carlo simulation. See, I always feel that doing such small courses, even though if you see this is a 9-hour boot camp, and almost 4.5 hours it covers like the basics of Python, so you can just skip the basics of Python and just start with this section 2, part 2, and part 3. So you can do this part 2 finance, part 2 finance, part 2 finance, part 2 finance, and so on. And eventually, if you have time, I would say just revise these different pandas, fundamentals, and the technical analysis, because these are a great way to learn in greater detail about the investments in finance. So this course, or this boot camp in general, will teach you a lot about how can we use Python in finance. Okay, and I genuinely feel that Python, if you ask me, last 6 years I've been just using Python. See, there are two languages that are prominently used in the industry, Python and C++. If you are aiming for trading, trading firms, high frequency trading firms, or any quant developer related positions, that's where a lot of C++ is used. But if you are aiming for quant analyst, quant researcher, model validator kind of roles, then I would say Python is prominent. You should start with Python because that is the most used language. So I would say just understanding how can we use Python in finance, it's a great way to start your learning curve. Now this was the second course that I want you to pursue. All the courses on Udemy. So I have, in brackets I have written Udemy. So mostly all the courses in Udemy are for 499 rupees. So please make sure close to $5-10 you need to pay. Please don't pay more than that, because eventually these all will be discounted. These all courses will be given certain discounts. So just wait for those discounts. Okay. So okay, sorry. Okay, so the third course is Quant Finance Bootcamp by QFI, which is Quant Finance Institute. I feel they have done a great job in teaching what are the most important concepts of derivatives, risk management, Monte Carlo simulation, and stochastic modeling. So let me go to their website so that I can give you understanding of what they are teaching. So if you see the courses of 7,699 rupees, I understand 6,999 rupees is little pricey, but eventually I guess what QFI is covering, they are teaching a lot of concepts. So I definitely highly recommend to take this, because most of the people who come from engineering background or even from commerce background, they don't know in depth of how what is derivatives, risk management, how quantitative modeling, or how, or what I can say is how mathematical model is being used in quant finance or in derivatives. So so if you see, like, they cover all these things. So eventually at the end of the boot camp you will be able to understand, like, if you see, they have their course content written, which is like what is forwards, what is futures, what are options, what are call option, put option, different payoff diagram, what is the margin account, then risk management. Greeks are something which have been used, which have been asked mostly in the interviews. So delta, gamma, rho, theta, vega, and then followed by delta hedging, gamma hedging, vega hedging, and so on. So I feel these are very important concepts when you are working for any financial institution. And then they teach you the most important thing, which is the quant modeling stuff and the stochastic processes. So they have covered the most important models such as binomial tree. If you see binomial tree, then they have covered Brownian motion, geometric Brownian motion. Then they have covered Black-Scholes model. Then they have used Monte Carlo to price European option, Asian option, barrier option. So I think, like, and then followed by a lot of stochastic interest rate modeling concepts, both theory and Excel. Same goes for value at risk modeling. So I feel that there are a lot of concepts that you might be unaware, and I feel that doing this thing will help you understand a lot of different terminologies and a lot of different concepts in derivatives and risk management. So this is one bootcamp that I highly recommend. I know it's a little pricey, but again, if you see people or other institutes providing the same thing, they charge a lot of money. So I would say 7,000 Indian currency is not that high for the amount of things they are giving. And also they claim that they are teaching 5 quant modeling projects. So the best part is you can have all these projects in your resume, which will further give you a edge over other candidates. So this is one bootcamp that I strongly recommend all of you to consider. Then followed by, I've just highlighted what you will learn. So I'll actually upload this in the YouTube comment section so that you can access this. So this is the third course which I highly recommend all of you to take. Followed by the fourth thing, which is the handbook of fixed income securities. See, I would like to say one thing. Like, we have equities market, or you can say stock market. There is something called fixed income market. Fixed income market is the biggest market in the United States. It is the biggest market, bigger than stock market, any other market you consider. Fixed income is the biggest market. So what you can do is see this book, Handbook of Fixed Income Securities by Frank J. Fabuzzi. Okay, so I would really want all of you to just study the first 5 chapters of this book. See, if you see the first 5 chapters, it will teach you. Okay, so these are the first 5 chapters, overview of the types of fixed income security. So this will teach you what are different types of fixed income security. Chapter 2 will teach you what are the risks associated with it. Chapter 3 will teach you the structures of interest rates. Chapter 4 is all about bond pricing. How do you calculate the price of the bonds? And fifth chapter is measuring interest rate risk. So there are certain concepts like duration, dollar duration, key rate duration, Macaulay duration, modified duration. Then we have concepts of convexity, which is positive convexity, negative convexity. So these are actually being taught in this book. I highly recommend to read the first 5 chapters. And even, I know this book is little on the pricey end, which is like $131. So I was able to find a free ebook so I was able to find a free ebook at this website, which is Library Genesis. So maybe at Library Genesis you can access this book. Maybe it can be the case that you might not find the recent version, and you may be able to find previous versions, but that is totally fine. What I really want is you should read the first 5 chapters of any version that you have for Handbook of Fixed Income Security by Frank Fabuzzi. The author name is Frank Fabuzzi. uh, Fixed income is one of the most important subjects that have been asked in quant finance interviews. Okay, so I would say, if you ask me, what derivatives, risk management, fixed income, so if you see this one, all this coursework that you see here, starting from, okay, derivatives, risk management, then what are certain quantitative models like binomial tree, Black-Scholes model, stochastic interest rate model like Vesey check, CIR. These are very important subjects, topics to understand. So I highly recommend all of you to read, to go complete that bootcamp and then jump onto the fixed income security book. Please read first 5 chapters. That will give you a great insight about what is fixed income, what are different types of fixed income products that are being traded in the financial market, and what are the risks associated with it. So after that, after you complete this course, I really want you to complete this course, which is time series analysis and Python. So this is basically this course. Time series is used a lot on the banking side. So when I was working for my previous employer at Regions Bank, I was building a lot of econometric models. So I used to use a lot of, ARIMA models, lot of time series models. Now question is, a lot of people ask, okay, can you tell what are different time series models? And that's where I feel this course does a perfect justice. It is a 8-hour course. They teach you all the types of models that you should know. Okay, so I guess, let me see. So yeah, starting from, if you see AR model, MA model, ARIMA model, ARMA model, ARCH model, GASH model, Auto ARIMA, and then they teach you how to forecast things. Okay, I highly recommend this course because this is where you can learn time series modeling. Again, I know what you see as price as $80. Please wait for some times. The price will be somewhere between $5 to $10, and that's where you should buy these course. But time series modeling is used a lot by quants, and this is one of the most asked, in interviews they ask a lot about time series modeling too. So definitely I would highly recommend this course too. So moving on, this was the fifth course which I highly recommend. Now there's a lot of I see a lot of job openings on the credit risk modeling side. Actually, a lot of people face difficulty in building a credit risk models from scratch because they don't have any clarity. And that's where I feel this course on Python, on Udemy, which is credit risk modeling in Python, they does a perfect justice. They do a perfect justice to teach you credit risk models. If you see, it's a 7-hour course. They teach you everything. What is a PD model, LGD model, EAD model? Starting from, they'll give you a basic understanding of probability of default, which is PD model, loss given default, LGD model, and exposure at default. I feel they do great in making you understand different modeling techniques and how can they be used in credit risk. I highly recommend this. This course is done in Python, but I highly recommend this course. Also, this course is one such course that you can also have this in your resume, so you can have one project. So what you can do is do this Quant Finance boot camp, because this will have like 4 to 5 different projects. Doing this boot camp, you'll have like 4 to 5 different projects. Then doing this will have one more project, so you'll have a great amount of projects in your resume. The next course which I would highly recommend is SQL. SQL is used a lot by industry professionals. I would say, I have learned my SQL from this course, and eventually what all course that you see here, I have done all of it. I have done all of it. So I'm not telling you something which I have not done. I have taken all of them and I have completed all of them. Okay. So I would highly recommend you to all pursue SQL. SQL, they teach everything from scratch. That's why I say, like, you should do all these boot camps that I'm telling you, because they're teaching you everything from scratch. See, why SQL, what is MySQL, what are the theory of SQLs, what are, some of the most important statements. If you see select, insert, update, delete, these are the most important statements in SQL. So I highly recommend doing this course because a lot of cons, they need data, and they get data by, fetching it from the database. And to fetch the data from the database, we use SQL a lot. So I highly recommend all these 7 courses. Now one more thing which I wanted to tell you, see, the above courses that will cover, Python, data science, machine learning, I highly recommend this. Fundamentals of investing, this will actually teach you how to use Python for finance. Derivative risk management and quant modeling, highly recommend this course. Teaches you a lot about what is derivatives, what are different types of derivatives, what are different types of risk modeling techniques that have been done in the industry. Highly recommend this course. This fixed income book, which is you have to read chapter 1 to 5, then followed by this course on time series, which teaches you all different models such as AR, autoregressive, moving average, IRMA, ARIMA, ARCH, GARCH. Lot of folks, I'm telling you, I have worked a lot on econometric modeling side, and we use a lot of time series models. So I highly recommend this course. Credit risk modeling, I have built a lot of credit risk models in back at PwC India. And I mean, this course does a perfect justice of teaching credit risk model at a lower price. And lastly, SQL is, I would say very important for all of us. So if you see strongly recommended course, I have just written strongly recommended for whatever course I feel you should pursue first, and the recommended one you can pursue second. I would say last you should do sequel in the same order. You should pursue all these courses in the same order. I've also, that's why if you see I've just highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So you should pursue everything in the same order. So one more thing is, there are a lot of people from commerce background who wants to enter into quantitative finance, and they say that they don't have a prerequisite knowledge on mathematics. So that's why I'm still finding good courses on linear algebra and differential equation. Um, I know a lot of courses on algorithmic trading, but they are charging like crazy money, $2,000, $1,000. I really do not want all of you to invest that much. I'm looking for courses maybe within 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, which can teach you a great algorithmic trading setup. So don't worry, I'm still figuring out, I'll update this list. Courses on stochastic calculus and Monte Carlo simulation for finance. So stochastic calculus and Monte Carlo has actually been covered in the Quant Finance Bootcamp by QFI, but still, there are still a lot of concepts which you as a quant should know. So I'm still looking. There are certain playlists available on YouTube for stochastic calculus, but how I see is when you pursue a playlist. Okay, so this is okay. So first of all, this is all about the courses and a good roadmap. This will teach you Python, data science, machine learning, derivatives, risk management, fixed income, credit risk modeling, credit risk modeling, basics of finance and SQL. So I guess this will be a very good start point for all of you for next like few months. So and this I'm still figuring out. Let me do certain. Let me build out certain. Let me see certain courses which are there out in out there. I know there are a lot of YouTube playlists on all these courses, but the reason why I am not a great fan of YouTube playlist is because most of the students start the playlist but they do not end it. Let's say if a playlist has like 20 lectures, students will do see one or two lectures, but when you have a course structure courses what I have shown, people tend to complete the courses. So don't worry, I'll try my level best, but please make sure you first complete this roadmap. By the time you complete this roadmap, I'll have all the other courses which I've listed down there for you guys, so that you can have a great insight about quant finance. Also, I would say, quant finance is a big field. Don't think that, okay, doing one or two courses will teach you quant finance. I'm in this field for last 6 years and still I'm learning. There are so many concepts still I do not know. And when I'm saying that, believe me, I work crazily hard to every day. Every day after my office, I read books. I read a lot of books. So if you want book suggestion, please mention in the comment box that you are looking for books. I can share the list of books that you should read. But eventually, I'll tell you all the books are like 400, 500 pages, and to read a 500-page book it takes almost like 5 to 6 months, because there are a lot of mathematical concepts inbuilt. So that's why I feel all these boot camps, if you do, you'll have at least a great starting, at least you'll have a good starting point. So people cons who are talking about different concepts used in quant finance, you'll be able to relate to the conversation. So I really want all of you to study this roadmap, and don't worry, I'll update this list and I'll send other courses which you should take as a quant. So I wish you all the best and a happy new year to all of you. Thank you all.